A while ago, I already showed you the Artemis bow from Wonderfitter. Now I have something else from the same company, the M9 Smart VR pistol, a replica of the real M9. Realistic weights, detachable magazine and recoil. It works with many VR headsets and also games like Half-Life Alyx. Below the video you will find a 10% coupon code that you can use and also support me at the same time. My name is Thomas and you're watching Voodoo.de VR. Let's have some fun with the video and let's go!
Voodoo.de.
Okay guys, let's do a quick unboxing. This is the box M9 motion gaming console Wonderfitter. Color Glacier, product model QS001. Cool. Yeah, let's see. Here we go. So we have a user guide here. We have a USB-A to USB-C cable. We have a multifunctional converter. No idea, we have to check out what's that for. This is like something to put on for accessories, I don't know. Then this is the holder for the Quest controllers, of course. Yeah. Perhaps this comes here or so, I don't know, I have to check it out. Other products of the company. This one is for playing with your TV. Yeah, this is a camera and then you can use your gun for playing on TV. And here is the gun and it's really heavy. Look at this. Ha, really nice. And also the magazine here. You can charge the gun. Feels really heavy, feels like a real gun. Wow, absolutely amazing. So yeah, let's check out the setup and so on. Okay guys, so now you've seen the unboxing and now let's check out how to assemble that. So we have the pistol, this is already assembled of course. And then we've seen this black part here in the unboxing. Yeah, so we will put this, I will come a little bit closer, onto the gun like this. Yeah, and then here you have a screw, you can tighten it so it doesn't fly away. And then this part here, the Quest 3 holder, will be attached with 2 screws on this black part. Yeah, and then yeah, you have it ready. And then of course you need the Quest controller. You will put it like this here and then close it. Here you go. But of course you have to do some software stuff. So the first thing is you have to activate Bluetooth on your PC. So there is a dongle, yeah, they send it out with a small dongle, you can use this. You don't have to go into the Bluetooth settings in Windows because that won't work to pair it, yeah, the driver is doing that. So after that you have to install a SteamVR driver. I will put the link in the description and then you have to install it. Yeah, and after that you will have to connect your VR headset to your PC. For me, I used the Quest 3 and then I used a Quest Link, and then you have to eject the magazine with this button. It feels so good, yeah, it feels absolutely realistic. And then you have to push this button here for 3 seconds. And you see it's blinking green. And of course now it's not connected to my PC, but if it recognizes the Bluetooth of your PC, then this will not blink anymore, it will be green. And then it says it's connected. So, and after that you have to start the game. For example, Half-Life Alyx or so. And then it recognizes everything and it should work. It's really nice. So it's pretty easy. So now I will show you some gameplay with some of the games. Okay guys, and here we are inside the game. And yeah, what should I say guys? I really have to disappoint you because this does not work. I spent hours, I guarantee guys, I spent hours and weeks to make this happen to work. I even contacted developers, like I have millions of emails. Okay, that was too much, but there are really many emails where I told them this doesn't work, this is not really aligned and stuff. then they, I even waited for weeks for them to develop a new driver. So now I uninstalled everything like they did it, where they said it with the manual. I installed it again, yeah, and still it doesn't work. So the problem here is, do you see me here in the corner? I have the controllers in my hand. You see that? Here's the gun. I have it in my hand. The right controller is attached. I also set the correct point. So, okay. And do you see the weapon is over there? It's over there. It's totally wrong aligned. Yeah. And this is the problem since the beginning. Yeah. It's even worse with the new driver. And I did everything correct. Yeah, I used Metalink. They said only Metalink works, not SteamLink. I used Metalink. SteamLink also doesn't work. Nothing works. Yeah, I mean, yeah, when you, it's still, I think the trigger, yeah, you see that? Perhaps you can see it. I can come a little, here, when I use the Meta controller, the trigger works. And then, you see that? When I use the trigger of the gun, it does not work. Yeah, and I mean, there must be a point when I say stop, okay? I spent, really guys, trust me, I spent hours and days to make this work. I really want it to work because I love this gun, but it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So I can definitely not recommend it. And then I said, okay, perhaps Half-Life Alyx doesn't work. Then I tried Pistol Whip. Okay, Pistol Whip, I installed it and so on, but Pistol Whip doesn't even react on the trigger at all. It doesn't even recognize anything. Yeah? And trust me, I tried everything. I tried everything. And now, for me, the point has come where I say, okay, now I'm not your beta tester for weeks and months. This thing doesn't work, okay? And yeah, perhaps it will work in 6 months, I don't know, but I'm done with it. So let's go to the outro. Yeah, guys, and here we are. Unfortunately, it doesn't work, yeah? So I guarantee you I tried a lot. I had conversations with the developers via email, they sent me drivers and all that stuff. And I have to come to the conclusion after I wasted hours and days and I waited for weeks and it still doesn't work. So now is the point I have to give up. Yeah, I don't have time forever. You know that I'm very low on time because I have 2 jobs and so on. And I tried my best because I really love the design. I love the quality. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah, I must be honest. This feels great. This is the best gun that I tried for the quality. Yeah, but it doesn't make sense if it doesn't work. It's just not aligned to the virtual gun is not aligned to the real gun in any game. And in Pistol Whip, it doesn't even recognize the trigger. And I swear I did everything right. Everything was connected. This was green. And I resetted even the room scale area and everything. It doesn't work. And I also used Metalink, what they told me. Doesn't work. Yeah. Okay, let's still, to be fair, come to some facts. So it's compatible with Quest 2, Quest 3, Quest 3S, Vive Focus, Vive XR Elite, Pico Neo 3 and Pico 4 Ultra. And I also thought, perhaps my Quest 3 has a problem with that. So I used another Quest 3. It also doesn't work. It doesn't work. Yeah. And you have to note that, keep in mind that this is only for PCVR. You cannot connect the gun directly to the Quest. You need a Bluetooth adapter for your PC and then you can use it. You could use it if it worked. So for the price, the name is Wonderfitter M9 Smart VR Pistol and there's the ultimate VR shooting experience. There's the dual mode, we have VR, and there's also a big screen mode where you can use it on a TV, but I mean, this is a VR channel, I don't care about TV stuff, yeah? So the price is $189, and if you want a red dot, like a laser pointer thing, or like a red dot, and then we have $249. If you still want to try it, if you are patient, perhaps in several months it will work, I don't know, perhaps for you it works, then use the coupon code voodoo.de, you get 10% discount. Yeah, but for myself, I absolutely can't recommend it because it doesn't work. I tried my best, I really wanted it to work. I wanted it to work, but it doesn't. Yeah, and now I just give up. There is a time where I need or have to give up. So everything is in the description. Yeah, if you want to see another gun that worked for me, see the review of the Striker VR Maverick. That's much more expensive, but it worked at least, yeah. So yeah, sorry for that, because it's a nice gun, it's very high quality, but it doesn't work. If you want to see more VR reviews, check out the playlist in the description. If you like my reviews, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and see you next time in virtual reality. See ya!
voodoo.de